Whew. Alright, there we are. Hey everyone, welcome back to some Rogue Legacy 2. You're gonna notice I don't actually have the timer up this time. As you know, we got a new update last time. I tried to run through it blind. And things weren't going well. Some things went wrong, finally ended with the game basically being unplayable. Unfortunately. And the thing is, they know they're having this patches, they're working on the updates, they're trying to fix it. It's all what happens when you're in an early access game. Because of that though, they said that's going to take them till like Monday or something to fix the rest of the bugs and make sure that doesn't happen anymore. So, trying to speedrun it, I'm just going to get a lot of frustrations, and besides, I didn't want to see all the new themes. I haven't even played the Gunslinger or the Assassin. I know they're there, but I needed 2 more levels, and I didn't get there. So, we're playing this profile. I actually have not 100%ed it, but it is a lot further along. So, first we get to choose a new character, and then we get, I'm going to just start building up the castle. You'll notice this one we're not speedrunning this time. Alright, the second content release is out, and once again the changes are massive. To keep these in check, all skills have been reset, but fret not, all gold spent and skills has also been refunded! Everything else has been preserved. Alright, time to spend my money. Alright, so let's actually map this out. So, 1, this is level 2. We always want that to be level 2. So then we have to get to level 4 here. So we will have to buy either the blacksmith. The dummy doesn't really make sense right now, so let's actually... So that means we have to buy the enchanter, basically, every time. And it might actually be valuable. So we had an old living totem path where we use it to start getting armor increases. So it might be important to just buy the living armor early on. Alright. Also, I believe these require level 6, so that would have actually been... Yeah, so we have to get these upgrades, basically. We could buy a second mess hall instead of a living totem, but we need those upgrades before we can unlock these other things. I think that's pretty good to know. Alright, let's just look at these paths. So if we are on Barbarian, we have to go this way. Note, Architect is... Yeah, the Architect, you need to be level 12. So, basically, the run is going to require us to get to level 12 quite early on, because the Architect is a very valuable thing for speedruns. Alright. The training dummy being at the very end over here seems like an ineffective plan, but it's okay. Not gonna be a Valkyrie right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just keep spending money until we get to the point where we're able to unlock the new classes. But I am going to pop open the castle as much as possible. So it looks like if you can buy the health and attack upgrades, you might be able to buy the Architect. Alright, so let's get some of these lore stuff, this new lore stuff. The Architect is the screw distillery. He demanded a place where he could ferment his screws, and you obliged. Architect. It's an old person. The definition of old, the Architect has witnessed the death of over 1,000 sons and seen the rise and fall of humanity to ape kind. Pay his fees, he's assuage his ego, and he can lend you his powers to keep the kingdom from changing. Also, is that a standard number 2 pencil his ear? I just noticed that while writing this. Huh. Anyways, that is actually pretty big lore stuff, that there are basically immortal people in this world. Alright, this is... Oh. Psychiatric ward. Help the Architect see how insane his prices are. That's... That's pretty funny. Alright. We'll pop one over here. Yep. Then we know... Oh, the armor, they might have to change it up, because after making it unusable, like, very weak in the last patch, they made it almost broken in this one, is what I've been told. Alright, so now we have Resolve. We were playing around with Resolve last time. So it's just having a psychiatrist. Mental health brings physical wealth. Hey! Pretty nice phrasing. Alright. Relics cost less health, but relics cost resolve. Alright, that might just be... Yeah, just a little typing error there. Alright. So we need to be at level 18 before we can unlock any of these. Alright, so... Keep moving. Oh, we could buy the safe, by the way. We already know about this one. Alright. Charity dungeon. All that gold Sharon took is now charitable donation. Give Sharon gold grants stat bonuses. Alright. So, yeah, because they kept track of how much money is, but apparently it gives stat bonuses too. So I've heard that this benefit is really strong if you just kept playing and playing and playing the game. But I've not played the game as much as you think I have. But apparently this is a great way to just outscale everything. A lot of people have been saying the game's very easy. I wonder how many of them have given a lot to charity, basically. Alright. Let's just keep moving. Keep seeing the castle grow. Relics cost less health. Ooh, medieval forgery. Forgery through reforging. You can now re-roll relics. That's pretty awesome. Alright, well, let's just keep moving, expand the castle. Trophy room. Oh, trophy room goes all the way up to 5 now. Also, we have enchanting chambers. And we have fashion chambers. That's always good. And, alright, so what's this? Help lost kids find new homes. Adds an extra character choice. Dude, that's really good. I like that. So, they used to do re-rolling children. This just has an additional child. I love the idea. Adoption center. That feels a lot more, like, in flavor for it to go with. Weight loss classroom. Guaranteed to go from fat to fitness in less than 40 trillion years. 1 trillion is 100 trillion. Weight effects less severe. Well, we'll figure that out as we go. We just keep growing, and we'll figure it out. Gosh, chef. That's good. And yeah, we have enough gold. We're going to buy the... we're certainly going to buy, like, the assassin or the gunslinger to play. Potions recharging. Alright, so alchemy lab. Create a safe space to experimental substance combinations, like peanut butter and butter. Potions recharge your class talent. That... peanut butter and butter. That is very sugary. You'd apply both to bread. I gotta try a peanut butter and butter sandwich sometime. Well, okay, let me think. It'd be like a grilled cheese with, like, okay, let's see, a grilled cheese with peanut butter. Never mind. Alright, so we still have this one locked. Alright, we need to get to level 36, so let's just keep popping them open. Gem, sauna, we have all of these. Alright, what's this new one? Jousting studies. It's a pretty small room. It's more of an imagination chamber than an actual jousting one. Increased damage with dash strikes. Okay, so this is doing all the dash damage stuff. Alright, so we can buy the fruit juice bar. And we can buy that psychiatric ward, which gives us access to Bamboo Garden. Awesome. Glad to see Bamboo Garden still around. Which means medieval forgeries around. Adoption center is going to be nice. Pillow mill. Only the freshest pillows are guaranteed here. Alright. I do like how they have these little locks to force you to keep investing before they keep going. I think they were talking about different ways to prevent you from just expanding the castle 1,000 times and like never actually increasing your health and stuff. I think this was a correct solution. They might actually have to increase the numbers here, like with the mind, health, and strength, and therefore increase the levels you have to be. That might actually be a thing they have to do. But I like it as a general idea. Tailors. The best way to get rid of your gut is to make your clothes do all the work. Wait. Plus 0. Wait, negatives reduced by 0%, and it's going to get another plus 0. Feeling something went wrong there. Alright, jousting studies. Let's see if there's anything up. Nope. And medieval forgery. Because, yeah, here's the thing. The idea is you want them to focus and not just spread out. You might notice I have 1 in everything. So, I am now unlocking the new classes. Still having 1 in everything. Effectively. Alright. Fast track for kids in detention. Assassin unlocked. 2 blades, 3 strikes. Assassins put the sass in sass. In assassin. Trained in the art of the 3-hit combo, and only the 3-hit combo, assassins are all about gain in and gain out after hitting the target 3 times. Alright. Well, this is going to be our first class we try out. 42 for yoga class. First came yoga, then came yoga pants. Alright. Good to know. We have a tailor. I'm just noticing the castle. Like, some of these, like, just digging holes with, like, just money and bones and all that stuff under there. That's really kind of comedic. Alright, I'm going to play with the assassin a little bit in here. So, let's see. I was gonna say, why 21? And then I realized they're the master of the 3 E-strike death. 3 strikes, alright. So it's... That's pretty cool. Oh, that moves you, makes you move faster. Alright, I like that. That's pretty cool. Alright. Let's see. We now have the lifesteal rune, which, yes, because, rune weight, 240 out of 152. Yeah, we'll have to work on that. We'll have to work on that. You're too heavy to move. Alright. Let's remove the quenching runes. Oh, that's enough. Cool. Alright, so we have some of our stuff. I know that I'm going to actually find enough armor to start upgrading these guys. It's going to be nice. Ammonite has its nice grayish look. Let's start by equipping the leather band +1 to have all the equip weight I'll need. Then we'll start equipping the ammonite stuff, I guess. Ooh, but I don't have the ammonite unity. Let's grab sanguine unity then. There we are. +2 lifesteal. That should be fine. Oh, before I go unlock the next class, what do you say? What do you say? Looking spooky. Assassins scary because of their speed and damage. If you want to get out, nothing beats the assassins and their dual blades. And their cool cloaks. Seriously, they may be squishy, but if you get a hand of them, you can really bring enemies down. Yeah, I definitely think that's what assassin should do. It's DPS. Alright. Whoa. Downstream center. Find liquids the old-fashioned way via superstition. Chance to randomly find red aether in breakables. Ooh. But there's another one that finds... Whew. Alright. So let's now try the Gunslinger. See how this one works. Bang, bang, boom. Gunslingers are all about popping and the stomping. You may be wielding the most versatile weapon in the game, but the lack of strong knockback means you need to stay on your toes for enemy counterattacks. Find angles, stay on your toes, and always keep an eye on your ammo. Alright. Well, I have a feeling this is going to be something where I have to aim and shoot, and as I've said, I have a horrible order for aiming and shooting. And there's our Geologist to randomly find ore. Alright. Alright. So they're special. Lock them. Okay, so it just reloads. I wonder what those glasses do. Ah! Alright. Definitely feels like I move... Yeah, definitely move slower while it's reloading. Alright, so it's a bit slower, but has this very destructive damage output. Howdy there, hot stuff! Sorry, I can't stop looking again, it's so pretty. Gunslingers seem to be the best at everything. They're fast, they deal a bunch of damage, and they look cool reloading their gun. Alright, best at everything. Understood. Alright. Well, let's finish spending all this money. Let's see, what other places have we not purchased yet? We haven't purchased Charity Dungeon, so we'll figure out how that works. Courthouse. Grease Living Safe Gold Conversion. Alright. Universal Basic Ingress. Increase gold gate for certain traits. Sounds good. It's a lava pit. Alright. So now, we got yoga class, which is followed by the laundromat. The front of the guild, for the Guild of Dark Arts, discover the secrets of assassination and gain stains out of your whites. Alright. So the thing is, it's still growing. And that's pretty cool. Hall of Wisdom, named as such because it sounded cool. The Lodge, secret abode where the most powerful meeting of minds can take place. Created less for security and more for exclusivity. So this is just the damage for magical crits and stuff. I feel like that should be a stat of some sort. I don't know, I'm fine with it as now. That is not the smartest use of money, I'm just going to be clear, but it's how I want to spend it. Alright, Dowsing Center. Geologist camp. There we are. Chest to find ores 0% plus 0%. Not exactly how a good pricing. Increase damage for magic criticals. Alright. Then we just start buying the basics. Oh boy. We're already at the peak. Look at that. We've already spent too much money. This is why I knew I wasn't done yet. Alright, so we have you. Alright. In return, insurance boosts the total by +2. Alright. Good to know. Oh yeah, and what's our... Assassin gives dexterity, Gunslinger gives intelligence. Alright. Alright. Well, we're going in. So we're... Let's see, I believe this character has all the heirlooms and stuff, so... Yeah, just give me a sec. Let me look real fast. So yeah, I still need... So he has Aether Rings and Neki's Shawl, so I still need the new one. Alright. Alright, so... Yep, and we could just buy a warp to the Stygian Study, because we bought that last time. That sounds good. Alright. Alright. Whew. We're gonna try out the study with... Yep. The ability to just do freaking... Oh. I'm not trying to reload. Alright, pressing up apparently loads. Oh, it's the interact button. So because I've applied the interact button and the other button to the same... Interact and up are the same button. Therefore, shooting straight up causes me to reload before it shoots. So I have to shoot in a different direction first. That makes sense, because I'm like, if you lose your special trait, you just never reload. Meaning you lose your ability. Huh. Hey man, how's it going? I'm going good. I realize I can't really speedrun with it, like, having to be updated pretty constantly right now. Whew. Whew. Oh my gosh. Alright. Come on. Got the reload. Awesome. Alright, and... Yeah, just the new class, so I gotta figure it out. Whoop. Ah. And I definitely do not have the setup for it, so I gotta learn. Whoop. There we are. Just gotta be careful, make sure to use the bullets to kill, and then basically get out. Ooh. There we are. Ooh. Here's the first one. Here's the heirloom. Alright, cool. Because, yeah, this character needs to get that heirloom. Because that's the one thing I'm missing here. Wow. Yeah, there definitely feels like there's more meat available. Oh. Alright, so those stay until you jump. That is something I did not realize that someone brought up. Alright. So let's get it. I just escaped twice in a row in Hades. Played bow, and after that my first run shield and went for special build. Took forever. Oh yes. Some attacks just don't deal as much damage as other attacks. Definitely an issue. Ooh. Alright. Well, we are now basically just getting used to the new thing. Alright. Bouncy shield is fun. Not gonna deny that. Most of that game is really fun. I'm planning to play Hades more next week or so. Alright, we got a meat lantern there. Grab it real fast. Meat, no! Alright. I will gain it after this. Reload. Wait. There we are. Ah, there's a limited range. Come on. Oh, I only need to kill one? I feel like that was a bug. Alright, whatever. What's your fastest run in Hades? You know on the top of your head? I haven't played Hades too much, so no, I do not have it on the top of my head. I've only escaped like 3 times. Also, keep in mind I need to play in a non-hell mode to really get in that running stuff, because I've been playing in hell mode all the time, so it's not exactly equal if I'm starting on a 5 heats when other people aren't. But yeah, I do not know my fastest time, unfortunately. No. I am like 30 hours in it at most. Hold up, I can actually check. Steam. Where's Hades? I am 25.9 hours into Hades, man. I am not very far. Hey, how's it going, Vibes? I'm doing well. This is the new update, so I've been getting used to it. And we're gonna get used to it so that... Nice, so we've actually been playing about the same amount. Awesome. Alright. Well, I'm just trying to get used to this system. Definitely, Gunslinger, my messed up controls is messing up the Gunslinger controls, so that's something I have to work on. But, other than that... Ooh, that was a nice shot. Just make sure I'm at full ammo. Alright. Big thing is that reloading takes so much time and shoot. Oh, hey. No, it actually is a chest. I thought for sure that was going to be a mimic. Interesting. They have some chests in here that aren't shown. Alright. Do I think the mage is viable now? I'll have to... So right now I am not thinking about speedruns. I'm just... Like, I tried speedruns last time and things went wrong. Because it's still, like... They're still fixing things. So I have not considered that sort of stuff for speedruns right now. Right now I'm just trying to get used to the new classes and stuff. It's entirely possible. I'll have to check. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to answer that question right now. So... I have to experiment with it more. More content is always good, and I like some of the other small things they do. There's still a lot of things that need to be perfected, which they've already stated they're working on it, because new updates, some things weren't working properly, so not exactly like, just gonna take time, you know? Ooh. Right. Escaped 6 times now a total of 32 tries. Seems pretty solid. Yeah. Nah, once you get your first escape, every other escape just seems a lot easier, it feels. Oh, what am I doing? I will say, the mage is definitely probably a lot more viable now. Like, if you saw some of my last runs, you'll know that the mage isn't unviable, it's just slow is the main issue, and inconsistent. So it's really just a question, like, whether or not the mage was reliable was not a question of the mage being good or anything, it was just a question of consistency. So I think they fixed consistency. I know that was their main focus, so I'll have to play a bit more to figure that out, but yeah, mage might just be viable. The problem is Valkyrie was also improved. The speed at which the Valkyrie attacks was increased quite notably, and like, yeah, it's a lot harder to justify when every class is good. It's a lot harder to justify one class over a specific other. Oh yeah, different spells in the curio shop is definitely great. It's kind of one of those weird things where if the mage is reliable, my messed up controlling scheme is going to make the reliability go down. Alright. So yeah, right now we're not speedrunning, we're just chilling. Figuring it out. Oh yeah, I get a reroll. Awesome. Which of these do I want? Oh yeah, we have these relics. I'm gonna hold back on this right now. We get an apple. Great, I can get back to good health. Alright. So apparently the correct one is mirrored. There we are. So my idea is I'm gonna finish that entire story and then I'll just read it piece by piece so I have the full structure. But basically he's telling a lot about the world and how things work, like why he doesn't understand the roots, but he knows how to use them. He doesn't know what they're coming from though. So apparently if you interact here. Alright, so yeah, the interact button makes this bridge appear, is what people were saying. So every time you press the interact button, it switches out. Alright. And this is where the damage boost is. Alright, so you just press the interact button to make this appear. That is something I did not know. Okay. Yeah, it's always the same book as well. Alright, so what do I need to do next? I need to go all the way to the left, and I need to, oh yeah. So the new fairy chests. This is a lot easier than in the base room. That's pretty funny. Resolve runes, self-confidence manifest, gain bonus resolve. I appreciate it. I was going to say, like, how do we improve I feel like there should be more ways to improve resolve. There's a relic that does it. That makes sense. Ah. Alright, come on up. Alright. Ooh. Ah. Alright. That's fine. You do your thing. Oh yeah, I can find blood and things like that. Forgot about that. Thunder Poniard is... Oh my gosh. It's not that threatening. As I'm saying that, I literally walk straight into a Mimic, which... Hey, Mimics are doing their job. Ooh my gosh, Mimics are doing their job. Alright, let him shoot. Now I shoot. Yeah, one of these seems a little better of a weapon than the other. I'm going to guess it's the one that people worked on to make exist for a longer time. Alright. Well, this might be where he drops, but that's okay. Get 4 HP every time I kill. Alright. It's always the same book. That rune makes so much more of a difference than the skill tree option. That is, I mean, that makes sense because you not only have to find it, but also equip it. You know, you have to spend the rune costs. which can be for a lot of other things. Yeah. The mimics are all stacked on top of the regular chest, as the same one that scare. Oh, yeah, if they stack up. Yeah. If they stack up, it was just your defeat was fated. Kind of thing. There we are. Pick them out. I need to keep going left, so let's keep going left. Alright, come on up so I can pick you out. Alright, that's fine. Got used to the Ranger. Or the Gunslinger, I mean. We'll switch over to the Assassin when we can. Vegan is now 150 because I got all those bonuses. You know what? We'll try this one. Just get ourselves a lot of resolve, or a lot of levels. Gosh, looking at this massive castle is a bit more intimidating now. Grazier, is up to you to keep green. Alright, so you just explained the Unity bonuses. That's fine. By the way, does the Scholars thing still do the same effect? Still need to get a bit more gold. A lot of things to upgrade, but... Alright. Let's see. Gives me plus 10% resolve for only 20. Alright. I'll buy it, but I'm not equipping it right now. Let's see. What runes do I have equipped? Double Magnesis. Let's drop one Magnesis to get a lifesteal. Oh. Alright. Drop Bounty? Yeah, I think so. For now, we drop Bounty. Definitely for now. There we are. Sounds good. Seems good. Alright, what do we want to grab? Because there's just so much right now. We'll increase our base stats since those are pretty low right now. Alright. Let's go back in. Check the place out. You know what? We'll start at the base level. Also, one of the things I need to consider is... armor is a lot more valuable in this. Gotta consider that. Because armor doesn't get lost. Like, armor you just ignored, basically, in those speedruns usually. But now, armor is blocking up to 40% damage. Much different. Let's do a Stygian challenge. Wasn't able to do these when I was attempting to speedrun. No, wrong way. Ugh. Very nice fight. Alright. Makes sense for like a mini-boss in the first area. Feels like one. So yeah. So I actually already made this thing in feedback. These iron ores don't make sense in the early game when you don't even have like all the equipment, let alone equipment to be upgraded. I'm sorry, did I just find a silver chest? Oh, right. I grabbed the thing, so I double my experience. I don't get any money. Right. Okay. I'm like, why did I not... Why was a silver chest of all things empty? Alright. Because we're getting experience, not money. By the way, they can now, because the mana gained is not based on equipment weights, they can now change how much each character gains pretty easily, and that might be pretty cool. Alright. I want to pick this to see what what the new one does, but I'm nervous if it does the same thing, it's going to ruin my run. Alright. We're just going to keep going up for now. Alright. Well, we're at full health. thanks to all these life... Yeah, because basically this is what happens when you get at the late game. Lifesteal runes plus something that... plus the armor, which reduces damage, makes it so that there's very few fiends that can deal enough damage to really be a threat. Ooh. Alright. Yeah, but alright, we don't. Chests are pointless right now. Whew. I definitely like how they have an attack that goes through walls to show like they're masters of magic and have different abilities than other mages. Alright. Ah. Oh, I have a new shield. That's good. Gotta start using the shield. And also not standing on spikes for extended periods of time. Alright, yeah, that screen shake is really weird. Someone brought that up. Didn't realize how bad it was. Alright, there's no point in those chests is the theme. So, kind of just like fighting. Whoop. Alright. There we are. Gotta get used to the rock crusher's knockback. Alright, so it destroys projectiles now. Okay. That makes that spell so much more useful, by the way. The ability to destroy projectiles is huge. Alright, let's see what mini boss here looks like. Or is it just gonna be Mooks? Mooks it is. Just get rid of you. And the rest comes from that. Whoop. There we are. That room's done. Now a new room shows up. Yeah, okay, I don't like how little the rock crushers get knocked back. I understand it's part of them that they don't get knocked back as much, but definitely feels a little too severe of a change. Alright. Well, the only one playable right now is this one. I guess the Gunslinger is kind of playable. I could see someone with better control schemes doing insane things with the Gunslinger. Alright, that's fine. But yeah, I definitely like these. You enter them and it's like mini bosses and all those sort of challenges. Alright. Let's just head straight to the Stygian study then. Oh, I also have to check. I believe that the... what's it called? They opened up the... gosh, what is it called? They opened up the Sun Tower, and then apparently they closed it back off between updates. Which really saddens me. Alright. Alright, the Doom Vessels do have knockback, okay. That's good to know. Ah. I never see the Doom Visses in time, I feel. Alright, whatever. Figure it out as we go. Alright, there's a treasure chest up there. Hey. New equipment? Ammonite chest! Hey, we're closer to the Ammonite set being completed. I don't appreciate your works. You too. Alright. It looks like they replaced the vines with just a bunch of spike traps here. Huh. Ooh. Ooh. There. And every time I kill, I'm also getting more health, so definitely makes killing viable. Ooh, boy. Alright, another equipment. Crescent weapon. Alright. Crescent set. I heard about... Oh. I believe the Crescent set is the new highest level threat, so it's gonna be something. Ooh, skeleton key. We know what this one does. So I heard, like, I believe this one's pretty good. Open. All right. So if you fail fairy chest, you can use that to reset, which pretty darn nice. Ooh, wait for it. There you go. Now we take it out. Ooh. The scary things about the resonant enemies is that resonant fiends knock you really high up, and sometimes you're not in a good position to be facing, or like to be knocked that high. Like that, it just doesn't work for your current position. By the way, do mimics give regular gold? Like, I see them drop the poisonous stuff, but do they actually give... Like, it seems like you don't get anything from mimics themselves, which makes them, like, better to just ignore. Then again, they are one of the few enemies you can just ignore, so that makes sense. Just, it's weird. You know? Alright. Is this another mini-boss? Oh, it's the same one from last time. Alright. I guess that makes sense. You just increase the level. Still works for the area. Ooh, yeah, they deal 87 damage, is that? 86 damage. Wow. But yeah, if you could get a good diagonal against this guy, and then just all that you have to care about is the escape. There you are. Yep, the fact they... Yeah, you can basically manipulate him pretty well, it seems. But yeah, learning that against the mini-boss takes time. Woo! Double killed. Didn't know that could even happen. Alright. Well, we keep moving. Puzzle challenge. Destroy all targets. No jumping. Alright. I like how I get this chance. There we are. Bounty room. Got another one. Awesome. Alright, here's what I was looking for. Oh. Didn't see the one in the back, but I think that's the whole reason they were back there. I like it. Oh, it's just like, it's always this precise, like, almost military formation of, like, the caster in the back protected by a bunch of arch javelin users. Maybe that starts a little too fast. I could see that being an issue. There we are. There we are. Yeah, these guys, when they're doing that Gaunt attack, seem like it's the safest point. Alright, how can people play Ranger when the boss rooms are so small? I have no idea. I don't... As you probably know, I do not play Ranger at all, so... Like, my control scheme does not allow me to play it in the first place, so... Alright. Let's get the boss to open. That's good. That is good. Precursors lock removed. Alright, so now we just start heading up. Finish this off, then we check... Oop. So we found the boss, but we have so little money. And we have so little resources. So this boss, a lot of people were saying is very easy, but then again, I'm not sure how powerful their characters were. I know I was facing this at level 34, and he was a serious issue. Because of stuff like this, where you're just like between a rock and a hard place. And stuff like this, where it's just like so random. Wonder how... Like, people did this and just said this boss is too easy, so... There's something I don't understand here, I feel. Either that, or just a lot of people are a much higher level by the time they face him. Which I simply am not. But like, how much higher of a level that the average person is saying this boss is too easy? Ah. Vivi, is that you? Funny. It's not. No, it's not Vivi. And it will make more sense when we get further in that fight. But yeah, that is not Vivi. He tries to make you think it's Vivi. It ain't Vivi. Right. So let's see how the assassin plays. And while we're at it, let's upgrade some of our equipment. Since keep coordinating with that, maybe you'll find a special someone. And if you don't, well, at least you'll still look great. Heard there are just more pride in keeping unity with your choice of clothing. Alright. So we have the Crescent weapon. Strength +6 compared to the Sanguine. Which is notable. Let's actually, hold up. Let's get the Ammonite set on. For all that I have of it. So I can actually equip this Ammonite set. +15 armor. Alright. And then let's see what upgrade. So then we could have bonus focus if we want. And how much is this? This is a lot of... Alright. There we are. I like that setup. And now we just don't have enough money right now to be doing anything significant. We have an additional bounty rune, but costs a lot. We have all the blood for it, though. Oof. Okay, that was weird where the theme was locked. Let's see. I have life still on. I have... Yeah, I have a very much set. So here's the theme. So with the assassin, you press the attack once and it does a 3-hit combo. The last hit dealing twice as much as the first. So That's the idea. And then, of course, we have our move faster, can't get touched theme. And once it goes off, it takes 21 hits to charge. But again, a single attack does 3 hits. There we are. So that's how the assassin works generally. And it seems like it's I think it's safe to say that this is a DPS class. Oh, as for spells. Wind Wall, as you know, is a spell that we've seen a lot of. It's a good spell. It's always just been a spell in your toolkit. Well, here's the thing. Wind Wall can now be angled. So that's something new. So that's another cool thing. With that, let's see, we have 51 armor, which means we're basically we're taking 40% off of, I think, basically every attack. Oh yeah, everything flies. I'm like, what's going on? Everything flies. That's what's going on. Alright. Freaking Doombuses. Always get me. I never see the Doombus coming. It blends into the background better than, at least mentally it does, even if it doesn't actually blend in the background. Whoop. Oof. Alright, keep it moving. Keep it calm. That's an actual treasure chest, that's good to know. Just do that, and then 5 mana per attack. That's actually pretty good recharge. Alright, so these, as you can see by the resonant maneuver, by their resonant little glow, you have to echo kick off of them. Ooh. Warden Helm +1. Hey! Warden Helm's always a good set. That's a mimic. Let's just kill him. Get ourselves some. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm pretty sure mimics just never give you actual money. They only give you that poisonous trick stuff. I think this is a Doomfist right here. My mind does not mentally process that a picture could be anything but a picture right now. Because they push it so far in the background compared to where they usually are, for like the previous game at least. So, never ready for it. It's just, oh yeah. So no matter how quickly you end it, it still takes 21 hits to. I really will never be ready for that Doomfist, I swear. I will not be ready for that Doomfist anytime soon. Alright, this just increases crit damage, I think. Well, I have 186 for Solve. Be fine. Critical chance for spells and weapons increased by 10%. Hey, the update with more old enemies. Sadly, the annoying bunch. Yes. So, it is. So, there's a whole. I gotta get the quotes. There's a guy named Day9 who talks about stuff like this. And he brings up how creating enemies like that forces you to look at the terrain more and be able to see secrets and stuff like that more easily. And it actually has a cool affordances like that. That being said, it definitely, until you figure it out, it just is a lot of love-hate. It's a lot of hate until you love it. But, yes. I do recognize the importance of those enemies. I just wish it wasn't so hard for me to tell the difference sometimes. Ah. Alright. I guess you're wondering. Okay, so that's not a Doomfist. That's not a Doomfist. I was supposed to use one of those enemies as a platform, it seems. Alright, don't get hit to feel enemies. So, here's the thing. So, if you gotta go in there. So I gotta go in here, and then I can press that lever to spawn all the enemies. So that's actually a pretty cool thing that they added in. Alright. You know what? Yeah, let's get a fairy chest. Oh. Oop. Alright, last 2. It ended the challenge because I left the room. I kicked off the thing, and it caused me to leave the room. That hurts. Hurts. Alright, I still need another 8 hits before I recharge this. Oh my gosh. Gosh. Still cannot get used to this place. Alright. Just grab and go. Whew. Deep breaths. We can find meat in all of these. And we can recover this run. Keep it going. But yeah, Assassin seems pretty nice. There's definitely a lot I need to figure out and get more accustomed to before it's going to be like a big one for me, you know? Gunslinger, I could definitely see it's an excuse to get a control scheme that works better than the one I currently have. Alright. There we are. Was able to use the shield effectively. Proud of myself. Alright. Now I can just skip through this room like this. Awesome. 10 health, or 22 health. It's alright. Alright, right we go. See if I checked all the paths to the left. Alright. Whoop. Reset real fast. Just put that shield up so I don't have to deal with all that, because I get my mana fast enough anyways. I cannot stand the aiming characters, aka the Archer and Gunslinger, just because I can't aim with controllers. Yeah, so I guess you're wondering, I reconfigured things, so I'm using arrow keys and Watts said. So yeah, it's definitely an issue. You know what? Let's try the mage. Well, actually, fireball plus searing shot's not exactly the best combination. Making popcorn is nightmare fuel. Let's see. CIP plus synesthesia? You know what? I love synesthesia. Let's just go with this because it has synesthesia, honestly. That's my one argumentation for it. Let's see. Buy another bounty room, but we're not equipping anything. Get that all purchased out. Is the ultimate, I could do a bullet hell too. Yeah, so the problem with Fireball plus Searing Shot is that's two abilities that give you how do I say it? It's two abilities that just try to set the enemy on fire, and there are other things you could be doing than setting enemies on fire, you know? There are preferable things you could be doing than setting enemies on fire. Alright. Oh, I don't even have enough gold for that. Am I already down on gold? Yeah, I already am. Alright. We're collecting gold again. Just keep on moving. Isn't Isn't it a good idea to change the control scheme now because of all the revamps coming? Yes. Also, I'm not doing it. I made this control scheme. I will lie in it for now. Definitely might need to change it as we keep moving on, but I want to. I use this control scheme because I want this control scheme. So I'm gonna keep trying for it, even until it just becomes something that. Yeah. So, same ability except an explosive curveball. So the explosive part is actually making it a very different ability between the two spells. Either trying to choose the targets versus... Oh, by the way, with the updates, the searing shots can be aimed, much like the sonic boom wave and stuff like that. So, the searing shot is actually a lot stronger. And the problem is, it's just like we already have two that do the same thing, so... No need for all of them. Also, I'm pretty sure the Valkyrie has a faster attack speed. So... Gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, it was just with a new update that they added that. Still has the other issues of, like, low damage, you have to wait for the fire to come in. I was just about to say, it's kind of funny how this room is easier in this area than in the first. And I got interrupted by failing. So, not a good show. Alright, let's just kill the boss. Get him over with. Alright, so this attack, you go over the corner. Yep, that's the problem. I just end up in these spots all the time with Enoch, where I'm over in one side, and the side is going to get hit by his effects, and I have no way out. This happens all the time with me, and I don't know what other people are doing to make this fight so easy for them, but not for me. Like, everyone's been saying this boss fight is so easy, but, like, I have issue with him. Maybe it's just that everyone's at a much higher level because they've been using their builds where they grind everything, where I don't grind as much. And also I've tried speedrunning, so speedruns obviously you're not going to be at a very high level when you're speedrunning it. Ooh. Oh gosh, got it really far off. Oh, insult to injury. There we are. Alright, so we take it in the first part. And again, we assume that we die in one hit. Alright. So, you ready for the curveball? This is the true estuary. He's a mimic, so he hid the fact that he's a mimic, of course. What mimic would let you know that they're a mimic? But yeah, this part just feels like there's a lot of health, and I just gotta learn the patterns more. So know for a fact those can't be deflected. Ooh. This is not a good place to be. I don't know how to get out. Alright, well, we took damage. But we're not dead yet. Do you have another phase, or are you just a really long fight? I think that's the problem with this phase. It's just a really long one with not much variation. Wait, did he die? Oh. Yeah. So here, the problem with that phase is just that it has only one phase. It's just a really long fight. Oof. Fair enough. Well, okay, so I understand why you'd want to have a long fight with less attacks than the opposite. But, like, I want you to think about the entertainment value. If you, like... I will say this, I'm trying to speedrun this game. What's better, a long fight that's easy, or a really complex set of maneuvers that, once successful, moves really fast? I understand why one is easier and one is more like something other people would want, but as a speedrunner, one is more interesting. Let me put it that way. I'm not against people wanting it. Like, obviously, they want what they want. Freaking mimics. Alright, crescent chest. Cool. We're just gonna kill ourselves in this Stygian thing. But yes, I honestly really like the Lamech fight. Because it's... because Lamech is just a simple, but, like, he has all these different maneuvers that you have to adapt to. But... none of the maneuvers are, like, super devastating. Alright. Yeah, it's not just that you want fast, it's that you want more interesting. Like, a fast speedrun that is just holding the right stick is not very interesting. It's the things that you have to do, the maneuvers you have to make in the process of doing that, that makes speedruns interesting. So you want a more interesting fight instead of... yeah. No, don't worry. Everyone's bad with words. Everyone is bad with words. Like, there are people that are trained in this, and then everyone else is bad with words. That's basically how it is. I feel like I should have had another option. Huh. So, we now have some Crescent. I'm gonna purchase it. -2 armor, but gives intelligence. Wow. So that gives intelligence. Yeah, this doesn't reduce intelligence. Alright. We'll buy it, but I'm not keeping it on. Yeah, so I think getting the upgrades for these bands and tokens and stuff, for the trinkets, are the most important. I think it allows you to get Unity for free, almost. Alright. I like to learn patterns in and out so I get flawless stun. Ah, yeah. Definitely understand. Okay, I understand that. I understand. It's just kind of a thing of taste, I feel, at this point. Max out our armor. That sounds good. Then we'll just keep increasing our strength and intelligence until it's actually at reasonable levels. Yeah, I think that's the play. Right. But yeah, just to show you with the searing shot. Bam. Shoot it angled. Alright. So I think now we're just kind of looking around, getting used to things. Also, Sun Tower. I need to look at this real fast. There used to be an opening here. Apparently, yep. This used to have an opening. And now it doesn't. And that makes me sad. So you could actually come out here. You see that like little wheel? There was like you get a very serious. You can get very like cool, interesting discussion. You might have been able to get to the next room up. There is a room up there that is programmed in. I was one step from getting in there. And then they had an update, and that place is closed now. So there's no gain up there. Whoa, was that a red? Yeah, they have a red arrow now. That's... I wonder what caused that decision. It's like not enough people were reacting to the blue arrow? Huh. I will say I noticed it. Alright. But yeah, so I like to learn patterns, yeah. But yeah, Lamech, or how you write his name, is actually really enjoyable. Yep. Lamech is a great introductory fight for this game. Also, hold up. I want to see if I can do something. Ah, my gosh. Nope, not with that much mana, but I think you can... It looks like you increase your height. I wonder if I can actually have reached up there. Yeah, let's do it now. So... Nope. Doesn't give you increased height. Just keeps you on height level. Okay. Yeah, now I'm just kind of wandering around, getting used to the controls for this. Because, yeah, controls have changed a bit. There's like a way the dash works has changed from the previous patch. So I now have to be wary of that. Can't. Why am I... Just turn invisible, bro. I have the ability to turn invisible. Just use it, bro. Hey, an apple. 87 damage seems like quite a bit. You hate the second one because of the please no harm orb fiends. Are you talking about Nama? Are you talking about the second estuary or the second boss? Because those are two very different fights. And it sounds like you're talking about Nama, but... Are you talking about the lanterns with Nama? Because... You know... Let's get over here, grab my chest. Because, yeah, the Ma has these orbs that you have to spin kick. And if you fail, they deal 82 damage, and she'll just, like, block an entire alleyway, leaving you very few options. So, yeah. Yeah, you're talking about Nama. Okay. It's the second... the Girl in the Giant Flower is technically the third boss. It's just the second estuary. But, yeah, she is definitely... a challenge. And she's another example of like she's a long fight without too much complexity, and it's the best way to describe it is it's attrition, and like once you get good at her, it's very easy to dodge her projectiles, but if you fail, she just deals so much damage that she'll wreck you. So you can't make one mistake with that boss. It's easy not to make mistakes, but if you just like through exhaustion or something start making them, you get really ruined for it. You don't want to see the Skelly Boys as a boss. Fair enough. I understand your concerns. I understand why. But they drop a boss chest. I think that's the defining factor. Oh, that's a new theme. Alright. That's a new platform challenge. Hey! Oof. I heard the cleaning sound, but I don't have the ability to see it right now. Just a sec, I'll make sure to check once I'm done with this fight. Alright, did I get it all? Defeat all enemies. Alright, thanks for putting it next to the saw blades. Definitely appreciate that. Alright, so, if you would, Lord Skullington, thank you so much for following me. I do appreciate it. I don't usually get the time to answer those, but thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Alright. Oof. They're not estuaries. So here's the thing with... The cool thing about the skeleton boss, they're not estuaries. So if we can find a way to somehow skip this boss fight, there will be a difference between any percent and all bosses and heirlooms. And it's the fact that you can skip that boss fight. I think that would be an interesting thing. I would like a random boss like that blocks an heirloom that is unnecessary but valuable instead of one that blocks an estuary that is necessary. So, like an optional boss like that. Ah, this one. One of the funner, more entertaining. Whoop. Okay. Ooh. Alright. Keep moving. I love that the aqua braces don't knock you back anymore, because that was... The fact that they knocked you back just made it, depending on what class you were, they were either just okay or an absolute nightmare to face. The only major bug you found is an invincibility one. Yeah, that sounds like a major bug. What's steel-toed boots do? Spin kicks now apply armor break. Right. There's a whole condition system. I gotta look at that condition system again. Alright, so they care about when the attack comes out. So because there's 3 attacks coming out, you can jump into it and still get shot. That's good to know. Whew. I don't know how, but it has something to do with orange teleporter pipes. Oh, I think I know. We found a bug last patch with the orange teleporter pipes where you can become like a little flying orb. The problem is you couldn't fly upwards, so we had issues and it never really went anywhere. But I'm assuming it has to do something with that. It's if you change state, like whether it's taking damage or like a positional thing, at the same time you are in the you're in a teleporter pipe. It has issues and it doesn't know what to do with you. And since you're probably invincible while in teleporter pipe, it maintains that invincibility, not knowing that you're out of a teleporter pipe. So that's probably what's going on. Alright. At least that's my guess. Obviously, I don't know how you set it up. And I'm not like I'm a low-level programmer and not for this game. So, who knows what's actually going on. Don't get hit. Ah, this. I just realized I don't have my invincibility right now. Oof. There's a catch. It happened after I double jumped and dashed at the same time. I couldn't repeat it that often. Yeah, so what's happening is you're placing yourself in multiple states at once, and the game doesn't know how to respond to that. So it kind of gets you into a mix of them. So it knows when you're in the like through the orange teleporters that the state you're in is invincible, and it knows that you're in multiple states it knows that that's one of the states you're supposed to be in. So, but it doesn't know that if that's the only state or not. It's getting confused in some way. I don't know exactly what the confusion is, but it has to do with the fact that you're in multiple states at once, and it doesn't know what to do with that. Alright. Spam the activation. Yeah, exactly. So so it's because it's like trapping you. You have to trap it. You have to make it not understand which state it's supposed to be in, because you're pressing multiple buttons, which each put you in different states, and you're getting into all those different states at once. That's programmatically how it's working. It's a safety measure to make sure. Yeah. All right, let's just give our little assassin Labris. Okay, I wonder. Messed that up, but we'll figure out in just a bit next time. But I was wondering if I could turn invisible while that is up, and if it can, I just can keep spinning. Ooh. Oh god, this is gonna... I was gonna say this is gonna take a while to recharge, unless... Nope, only ground attacks recharge. Oh no. Oh no. So, I could still attack, but I could not do the spin tick, and my dash looked like I walked normally. Yeah, basically you just confuse the system. I don't know the exact cause of the system confusion. Like, I don't know to what extent where it might have thought you were, but you definitely confused the system. That is... The bug only... It's definitely... It didn't know what state you were in, and was having issues switching between them. And as it sounds like, the issue with the bug is it messes up all the other states, because it thinks you're still in the teleporter. So it's... Yeah, I don't know what's causing the confusion precisely, but definitely that's what it is. You see it at a report cause? Yeah, it definitely game breaking, definitely send the report. Alright. Sucks that doesn't recharge. Oh well. Alright. I need 15 more attacks before I can get those 2 treasure chests. Safely, at least. I can still get those. It's just, I'm gonna get myself killed in the process, probably. Yep. Wargs, man. Wargs. Oof. It was fun to do the don't get hit challenges with it. Oh, I bet. Alright. Well, we have that done. We've seen the boss. Yeah, let's try a mage with just Searing Shot and the laser beam for a bit. Get used to how the mage works for a bit. Affordable items by the docks. Oh, they're talking about the upgrades. I think I'm good with Ammonite sets plus the leather band. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that. Alright. Alright. Let's just do a few more in here. And I think after this run, I'm going to switch over to a new file and just practice kind of like thinking through what the new route will be. Not really speedrunning, but just thinking through the new route. Alright. Oof. I guess it doesn't work when I'm an overpowered monster. Yeah. Trying to think through strategies when your character is an absurd death machine. A little challenging. There we are. Oh, there's a treasure chest up there. Might have lost my ability to do the treasure chest, but let's find out. Nope. You know, let's just go straight over to the hardest area. Oof. Let's diggy and study. Da 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 da. Keep it moving, keep it calm, keep it going. Alright. Alright. I wish you could fight the bosses. Well, sir, I would suggest speed running. That way the entire job is to fight the bosses over and over again. But yeah, I understand why people don't speedrun. But speedrunning is, like, I knew it'd be fun. I didn't realize it was going to be as fun as it was. Oof. Just a tiny little room? Oh, I have to defeat all the enemies. Yeah, nah. Get me out. First I thought I was just trying to avoid them. Yeah, a lot of people lack the patience for it. As I said, I understand why other people don't, but it's surprisingly fun. It is surprisingly fun. Ooh. Alright. But yeah, so one of the things that happens, I think one of the big issues that I'm kind of worried about is because of the level caps, I think the Assassin and Gunslinger will be effectively unusable for the speedruns. You have to be at level 36, and just on my first practice run, I ended on level 34. So, I could have ended sooner, definitely. So, might be an issue that the new classes won't be playable. Ugh. There's a mimic right there. You just killed them both. Over here. I'm about to die by spikes unless I do something real fast. Armor worn by the Royal Guards who patrol Citadel of Gartha. Okay, the spikes went through my foot, and I was perfectly fine. That was a bit fortunate. Guess the invincibility of opening the chest caused some issues with that. Oof. Whoop. Wait for it. Aha. Okay, hold up. Yep, that's one of the things, like, if you dash off an edge, you do not have your dash anymore, and that's something I used to use a lot that I can't use anymore. Definitely changes how I run. Ain't no nerves in those kickers. Oh. I didn't have all of this. Okay, what? Switch gear and gain plus 5% down. Just trying to... What? I'm just curious what's going to happen if I pick this up. I'm more curious about what will happen than about actually any value in grabbing it. Yeah, we'll try it in just a sec. See if it actually gives me double searing shot, and if so, what the consequences of that are. Beautiful. Yes, it was incredibly stupid. I'm so glad I did it. Oof. Alright, there we are. Crescent Cape. Alright, so it's a more blue armor. Good to know. So I think Crescent and the other one is Drowned are the two new colors. Alright. Whoop. Open on out. Alright, so we'll keep moving. Yep. Great. Well, at least I didn't run into the Doomfist this time. At least I was trying to cast a spell at someone else and it hit the Doomfist. Those are both Doomfists, aren't they? Ooh. I will say this, I will not mistakenly cast the wrong spell anymore. That is definitely an appreciated factor of this. Ah, that was going to be just... that I could jump out of the way in time. We're just at the end. You get Valkyrie spin from one of those... as far as I know, you can get any talents, but yeah, the Valkyrie spin is weird because I will say I have not seen it, and there's that weird theme that the Valkyrie spin kind of assumes that you have the Valkyrie's weapon, but I mean you could trade the Valkyrie's weapon for another one, so I don't see why not. Like, flavorfully, it doesn't make sense that you could switch it out, but mechanically, I think it's going to allow you to. That's my guess. Alright. So it seems like we always enter from the top there. So that's a great pathing. Spin that wand for the... yeah. Spin the wand, get the... that would actually be really good for the wizard. Because not only does it delete projectiles, you get a lot of mana. You get 10 mana per projectile destroyed. We can do... oh, this is one of the higher level Doomfists. Doomscape. I see you've returned from the previous game. Oh well. That's fine, we just wanted to finish this run. Alright. We'll get this up. Alright, so it's not you get additional air, it's you can re-roll them. 500% Gunslinger. I mean, if your first spell is really good, then it's viable, but your first spell definitely has to be very good. Plus 500% gold. Alright. Well, we're gonna try... we're gonna just look at... we're gonna see how the new legacy, how the approach feels. Like, any routine we need to take care of. So one of the first things, I'm not sure if you know about this, as long as you're on the ground, you have dashes again. Alright. I gotta do like a lore video on this sometime. Also, I think you only have to attack that guy once now. Oh, oh, oh! This is a new... we've bunkered here for the past few days as Z and her spies prepared the west walls. They've rigged the trapdoors so that we can open them from below. Alright. That I remember. I just don't remember there being that up there. I didn't remember it being up there. Oh, I found a potion. That's why I'm at, like, such a high value. Alright. So yeah, the reason I think you only have to hit that one guy once now is because there's going to be another enemy kind of slightly. So right here, or next room, I guess. Right here. Yeah, you gain mana for using that. Let's really quick, just in case people don't know about this. There's this little room right here, which reveals the secret. That this was a misunderstanding, and Jay was actually planning to do this to sacrifice his run. He was planning to sacrifice himself and a few people in defeat to cause this thing to lose. Basically, the whole invasion plan was supposed to fail, but then like tons of people showed up, so he couldn't do it. I think it's kind of interesting. We'll see more about Z and J as we go. I have a feeling they're going to be... Z and J are both going to be characters, like, possibly bosses, to an extent. Alright. So... I mean, let's see. For the routine, we still have that issue with I have to pan out the hits. But it seems like the routine, other than a few dashes added in, is going to be the same routine for the intro. That's fine. Alright. So yeah, we're just going to play this normally, as we would a normal speedrun. And then we'll just adapt as we get to the new area. Also, I don't need to face so many people. Oh! Whoa, that just one-shot them. Usually it has to deal some bird damage before it kills. Huh. Oh, it was a crit. Right, you can get crits now at level 1. Definitely changes the math of a few things. Alright. Oh, we got the heirloom. So I know the first story is something like, hey, your Gramps killed the king and is evil. Clear your legacy by murdering them. So yeah, the first story was basically... So if you read the story, the whole point is that he argues that the king was evil, and he just followed the same criminality as the king. And you were the ones trying to bring light back to the world, basically. Not just redeem him, but... So yeah, I guess Gramps and Great-Granddad were both evil. Which... Not really a positive outlook of life. But yeah, that's basically it. You tried to make your whole theme is you're exploring the castle to try to stop them. This game, there's something about the estuaries. I don't really know what an estuary is, but seems together. The last game had to do with a fountain of life. This game has to do with the tree of life of some sort. There's definitely a tree, and I mean, there's a few mythologies that has trees, but there seems to be apples of life coming off of it, and parts of that tree are... By the way, that was not the speedrun strat. Here's the speedrun strat. You just do that. Anyways, so this has something to do with the... Yeah, with a tree. Something like a tree of life, I'm assuming. And they were waiting for the apples to grow. And some of them were giving up. Some of them were like, we're destroying people. I'm not sure if it's Yggdrasil. It could be Yggdrasil. But it's definitely some sort of tree. And if we go back to the entrance, it seems like the tree, once every 1,000 years, they would check if it had grown any apple, has borne any fruits. And for several thousand years, it hadn't. And the kingdom was going to turmoil. So they were, like, looking for other solutions. And it's basically, as you read their thoughts, you hear what other people are doing. The estuary, one estuary is, like, going through, like, how they fix their turmoil. The person who's sticky and hollow, he kind of reveals that he was actually trying to... He heard about the revolution and was trying to assist in making sure it succeeded. Because he needed Like, there was no way they were going to succeed. They were going to bear any fruits. So he just is, like, giving up and trying to just get this all taken care of. Well, just over with, but things went wrong. And with all those things going wrong, they don't really know what happened. Oh, and these roots. So far in the story, no one knows what these roots are, but they figured out it's somehow... The person figured out you could bind souls to them. That was one of the big discoveries, that the person found you could bind souls to them. Ooh. Spell damage. Alright. Yeah, I prefer Fireball. Alright, let's get ourselves more equipment. Definitely when I was doing the run, when I was doing the practice run, the lack of equipment hurt me pretty hard. This is pointless if I don't have means to gain experience. That is actually something we have to consider. Do we get experience even when we don't have the mastery dummy? Because if we don't, then that is actively an heirloom that ruins you. Because you can't gain experience, and therefore doubling your experience makes no sense. It literally just says you no longer gain gold. Which means body buffet makes all the sense. Alright, only 8% chance. Okay. I mean, as if those numbers changed my math. It was always too low to account for percent. I still have a video of that. Fun. It was fun. But it was also painful. Alright. Hey, I actually got me off of it. I appreciate it. Well, you say that, but if you read the description, it specifically says that they were holding the meat in their pockets. They have actively told you not to worry about it. But is that just them trying to assuage us? Questions, questions. That's the value of Fireball. Just hit everything. Alright. So it's lies then. Ignorance is bliss then. It's not... Then again, they're not exactly humans. We don't know that this Spear Maiden is actually a human being. Maybe... We know for a fact this is not... That eyeball is not a human being. Maybe it isn't cannibalism. Like, I don't think I'm a Plinky. So... Well, as for theories, let's expand theories. Let's make something ridiculous. We know that these... So there's actually a special thing. This meat is effectively wall meat. Now, why does it important that I'm calling it wall meat? Who says they are not multidimensional human eyeballs? Well, first of all, I'm a human being, not a human. Just like a Doctor Who. But, anyways, what if... So that... We get the meat in lanterns and stuff. It's wall meat. What if this is set in the same world as Castlevania? It's not just inspired off of that. It's actually set in the same world. This is the time after Dracula. This is what Dracula's castle has become. Da-da-da-da. In which case, how did Dracula get defeated? Is your legacy the Belmont legacy, and you just haven't realized it? Once we find a character that uses a whip, we might be able to find some answers. Yeah, the ability to just focus fire the aerial ones and leave the grounded ones for when I have the time for it definitely makes that room a lot easier. But you have to face multiple rooms. I just saw something was being summoned, I didn't care what. It was getting a fireball to the face. Alright. These guys are more a navigation challenge than an actual threat. Especially when they're alone. Alright, is that it? 3 rooms. The rocks are alive. Gotta consider the value of rocks then. Alright. Got 250 iron. Yeah, so if those rooms gave us blueprints as well, it would make sense to use them in regular runs instead of just when you find upgrades. Which is basically the one thing that's like missing with the Stygian Tears. Which also, worth noting, those Stygian Tears are obviously connected to those vines. So there's some lore with these vines that we still need to gather. Like, we can make theories. I mean, they come into the story. The vines specifically are brought up in the story. When we get to the next when we get to that new boss, he talks about them, of how he found how they, not infinitely, how he could bind souls using them. And, like, all this kind of stuff. Puzzle challenge. Time limit 15 seconds. Oh, well, guess what? We can actually just look. We know it's showing up there, so we can look there. Doesn't even matter. It's always, pretty sure it's this bomb right one. Every time. There's no variation to this puzzle right now. Alright. Need to start using my shield more. I am at 8 health. That is not appreciated. That is not appreciated. Whew. Where is my book? I would like to find the book, please. Hey, Lamek, I'm going to go find the book before I kick your butt, if you don't mind. I hope that the second estuary had something to do with the Black Root, because her backstory has a lot to do with the garden and corpses. Yeah, not to mention, it is reason to believe that the Void Beasts, Bariths, we have very good reason to believe that those two are animated by the roots. Like, that the roots are what are keeping them. They're made out of roots. That's what's keeping them alive as just a pile of bones. So, like, there was definitely room for Nama to be connected to these roots. There was definitely room for that. So, I agree with that. Nama should have had a connection to the roots. Then again, we don't know what the roots are, other than they have something to do with binding souls. So, who knows? Who knows? Huh. Alright. Ah. There we are. So this doesn't work all the time. Yeah, no, they changed that, so I can't... It doesn't... My usual strategy does not work. I actually have to kick this. They didn't want my strategy to be how people did it, so they made it impossible. Okay. Maybe she will get one, just not yet. Yep. Like, her story seems to be a lot more about the interconnections between the estuaries than about the magic going on with the world stuff. Like, we get a lot of world lore of the estuaries instead of lore about what the world is. Definitely, yeah, there's more room for her to tell us what's going on, I feel. Definitely. Alright. Hey, Credicino. It's going good. How about you, man? Just getting... So, you notice we do not have a timer. We are just kind of casually going through the new updates. Getting a sense of what the pathing will look like. Any themes we have to strategize about. What levels we want to be at when we fight the bosses. Stuff like that. One thing I love with the heirloom is with their personalities. Yeah, how each... The black roots are binding souls. One of those heirlooms are people that got bound by the black roots. One of the heirlooms are actually previous estuaries. Fair enough, they don't have like super deep personalities, but oh my gosh, because of the last second blocks, I actually took 0 damage, even though I damage boosted twice. Oh man. Oh man. New fastest class. New best class. Just learn your shield timings. And we have the new best class, everyone. Alright. Flawless, despite 3 damage boosts. But yeah, you can see with these vines that this is definitely connected. The tree and the black roots might be connected. Don't know how, but... Oof. Definitely super cool that, gosh. If I could just... Honestly, just practicing shield timings sounds like the best way to get a faster time right now. Like, with that, doing this run with only 1 life makes complete sense. It seems not just possible, but quite feasible now. So, gonna have 5 bosses on 1 major? So it's 5 estuaries. That's an important theme. Because the Void Beast Barith is now clearly defined as a Void Beast and not an estuary. So, even though we have to kill the skeletons to get to Nama, only Nama it counts as one of those. So... we don't have just 3 bosses. We have 5 estuaries. Sorry. So yeah, the timing is very precise though, because I've just taken damage twice when trying to fix that up. Alright. Oh, so it's more... So yeah, it's 5 bosses that guaranteed, no matter how much you break the game apart, you still have to beat those 5 bosses to get to the final boss. If you need to face the other bosses, kind of depends. Bye, Gold. I appreciate you. You didn't have to take your life like that. Ooh, I wish you stepped back from that ledge, my friend. Anyways. Yeah. It would be cool if, like, the Void Beasts, there were, like, tricks or, like, speedrunning tech you can use to skip them. Because, technically, the only thing guaranteed needed for the run is the estuaries. So, like, having all bosses heirlooms versus... Like, this is actively why I label all of mine as all bosses and heirlooms instead of any percent. Because I want it to be, I'm hoping and expecting that there will be bosses in the game that are completely optional, that just get you to certain heirlooms, or just make it easier on you, that they can be skipped if you're really smart about it, that sort of stuff. Also, by the way, new Pizza Girl look. Alright. I feel like they might have changed the words she says, so I gotta look at it later. Oh yeah, and they made some of these rooms easier. Like this room, I've always had to try to find tricks to go maneuvering around it. And speedrun strats were nice for that, but now you just can walk through because there's no nightmare causing nightmares, you know? And these malls, I don't think they're that dangerous, but my god, do I need to learn how to play against them. Ah. Because they just, like, basically lock off an area of the game. Warding weapon. Hey, we got a good weapon then. Whoop. Oh my god. I never timed that right. Swear. Alright. Listen here, S-Series ate apples from the life tree. The tree, corrupted by the mass amount of murder, roots, tree slowly taking over. Bam! Lore for the game. I mean, that's actually some quality of lore. That fits. Because all the estuaries are immortal. Like, by the way, there are people that are immortal in this world. Like, it's actually flat out said that the architect in this game is the same architect from the last game and lived even longer than then. Like, he lived since the time of ape kind. So, there are immortals, and I could see the tree. Like, one of the themes is the tree never gave fruit. Oh my gosh, this is actually working, man. The tree never gave fruit to them, and part of it was, it makes sense. If they were evil, it makes sense that I would never give them fruits, and only after they died, now that they're gone, the tree is just giving fruits freely. There's so many apple rooms that are just around the castle. Like, dude, that actually is working lore. Dude, good job. Oh, man. Well done, Skullington. Woo! Ah, took more damage by trying to avoid it, as is life. Thank you, Blobflish. Ending this run, as always. That is your job. I do feel accomplished, though. I do feel accomplished. Alright. Lotus Petal, I think, just gives you more mana. Huh. Alright. Whew. So, alright, so for money routine. So we have to do, these first ones are just, you have to do them. So we definitely want this guy. Which means we want this. So then we want a purchase here. Alright. Valkyries are good with a bonus health. They are definitely really good, a really good choice. Here we are. Let's buy our equipment real fast. Just make sure nothing's changed here. Oh, we got a Warden weapon. So this is 900. Oh, man. We have the Scholar Cape as well. But we can't equip it yet. Equip ups take 18, so we're not getting those anytime soon. We're buying that because we need to get to the Architect eventually. While we're here, we might as well. It costs 500, but we could get a Lifesteal rune. Or it costs 750. That's quite a lot. But we don't need any more runes. Alright. Let's buy a living totem because we might as well. And now we have enough to buy the architect. Okay. So looking at this routing, we can buy the architect from here. 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay. That's pretty interesting. There you are. Alright. Yeah, the mastery theme does work. So, you might notice that equip ups, you have to be at level 18 to get the basic. So blobfish, they look comical, but they deal ridiculous amounts of damage. I think they deal more damage than the boss in that area. So, they look comical all they want. They are deadly beings of giddy murder. That's their task in life. Giddy murder. But anyways, I think we are back to the mastery totem being something used in the route. At least for a little while. Because it's only we have to get to 1800 anyway, or level. Yeah, we have to get to level 18 anyways. And the mastery totem, like, Valkyrie is now an even stronger class. Knight is now a very strong class. And every, how do I explain this? The levels for the Valkyrie and the Knight each give you plus 10 equip weight. And equip weight is the... Equip weight is, like, the main limiting factor. Like you saw, I just got the Warden weapon. And I have, like, amazing weapons. But I can't equip them all. And to increase my equip weight, I need to get to level 18. Which... hard enough to get to level 18. Ooh. Alright. So are the Enchantress and the Blacksmith the Immortals as well? No idea. They look the same, but it's not stated that they've been around for this long. Like... Yeah, I don't think the Enchantress and the Blacksmith are immortals, because while they look similar, they do have their distinctions. The Architect specifically looks old. Like, Estuary look mech. Like, all the Estuaries hide their physical stuff, because they're basically zombies, they're so old. The Architect grew a beard. That is the whole new thing he got. So, the Architect is probably an immortal, but I don't think the Black... Well, then again, they're around for every generation. So they'd also have to have all their children generationally making armor for you. So maybe they are immortals. Huh. Yeah. You're right. Watch, it's literally just your family are the only non-immortals in the world. Oh my gosh! So there's actually a theme, like if you read the intro, it talks about your family's curse. Your curse is mortality. Wait, but that means... So the whole thing is they were trying to find immortality in the first game? Okay. I need to do some diving thoughts into that. Okay. We could be thinking on this for a while now that I have some thoughts with that. But, like, I'm not ready to do it in the middle of playing the game, but definitely something I gotta look into on my own time. Jeez. I like games where the lore isn't spelled out to you, but there's enough of the lore there that you can make it yourself. You're not like... it's not like there's no lore, you're just literally pulling out of your butt. There's actually something there to pull off out of. Discovering lore by being silly. Precisely how lore is found. Precisely how it's created by the creators. I know for a fact when I play Dungeons & Dragons, I'm just doing stupid things. Like, what was it? the Garden Knights was an amazing lore. So I was literally just joking around with like garden gnomes being a real theme. And then I just kind of had this idea of like, wait, why would they be a real theme? I built this idea of, what was it? So the idea of the Garden Knights is that it's knights, but they, the idea is that the gnomes only have so many, you can't be everywhere at once is the issue, obviously. There's only so many knights. So what they did is they taught their knights how to never blink and just stay completely still, you know, like a garden gnome. And then they made a bunch of replicas, because all the knights have to wear a very specific set of armor. So they made a bunch of replicas of, like, just not actual gnomes, but look like gnomes. And all they do is, so they have a lot of those statues standing there, and then among the statues, they'll just, like, switch out with the real ones. And so it always looks like there's a bunch of knights, like, guards everywhere, when in fact there might only be, like, one or two. And the fact that there's always knights somewhere prevents laws from being broken. I'm like, dude, it was just like this awesome little, this idea just kept growing until it just ended up, this is a beautiful world design of like, this is why, like, this is a legitimate strategy, a tactic that you would teach your guards. Like, the British army basically does this with, what was it, those knights with the big bear caps, and they're not allowed to, like, remove from their post or whatever. Like, they basically already do this. This is kind of like already a military sort of theme. It's just like adding that into the idea of garden gnomes. And it was just, it was one of my favorite ideas. Even when there's not gnomes in my world, I add this little gnome area that, like, a little, what was it called? The Waffle House, because, like, I said Waffle was, like, a famous last name of one of the great gnomish kings or something like that. And so I always have a Waffle House, which has gnomish history in it. You know, I could also deflect the projectiles. That would actually be pretty hilarious. But yeah, if I could switch my weapon out and still have the spin, that means that the spin is independent of the weapon. But yeah, it was this awesomely stupid idea that I now bring into every single one of my D&D campaigns. Because it's awesome, despite being stupid. Alright, well, we got an upgraded leather weapon. Alright. The Great Waffle House. Yes. Precisely. I mean, what is a city without a proper Waffle House somewhere in the world? What is a world without waffles? And, like, what better race to create waffles than the gnomes? Alright. Make my way through. Oof. Yeah, that's not copyright, don't worry, so you can feel free to steal that in your Dungeons & Dragons games. I'm currently a beginner DM, so I have to find my stuff out. Yeah, hey man, that's all part of DMing. I mean, I'm basically a beginner DM, like, comparative to other people. Like, I started in, my first game that I successfully dungeon mastered was in 5th edition. So, and like, I've been playing since 2013, like, back in 3.5. So, yeah, like, if your friends love it, congratulations, you're a good DM. You are a high-quality, high-level DM. If you can make people enjoy your game and come back for more, you're a high-level DM, alright? Just gonna tell you that right now. I know you feel like you're no Gary Gygax, you're not a god DM. Very few people are god DMs, but if you are getting people coming back to your games, then you're a really good DM, and you're a high-level DM as far as I care. Yeah. Don't worry. I understand the Pathfinder stuff. Like, I definitely like mechanics a lot, and like, 5th edition really lacks in mechanics, so definitely an issue that needs to be dealt with. Or not. Like, here's the thing. I play with a lot of new people, and a lot of the new people do not care for the mechanics of 5th edition. They use 5th edition as the excuse to tell the actual story they want to tell. So, and the more I played with people, the more I realized that they have no sense of... A lot of people have no sense of what their characters are, what they are strong or weak at. They just said, hey, this character wants to be noble. Hey, I guess they're a paladin. That works. Or, hey, this character wants to be intelligent. Hey, they're a wizard. That works. Like, a lot of people just care about playing the game than actually the mechanics. So 5th edition is just really good at being systematic enough that your characters can be distinct and simple enough that it'll get out of your way. And honestly, as a person who had to be the rules lawyer back in my 3.5 campaigns, it's kind of infuriating. I mean, thank goodness. I'm glad those people have their system, but I will tell you right now, I've been trying to work on building my own system that is 5th edition adjacent, because I want more of those crunchy number stuff. But man, building systems is so freaking hard, so yeah, I'm not anywhere near done, so don't ask too much about it, because it's still in the works. I'm still figuring things out and making mistakes. Oof. But yeah, definitely understand the joy for Pathfinder. Yeah, I'm DMing. You're like, hey man, you want to blow up that lake for some reason? Do it, see what's going to happen, and then I bullshit my way through. Yep, that is dungeon mastering at its finest. That is the definition of being a dungeon master. I can tell you, so we are playing a campaign, and I was actually absent on the last session, so I only heard about it from afterwards. I'm the paladin of the party. And literally, like, I've noticed that this campaign, I was talking with the DM that, like, my character doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the party. He seems too distinct, to put simply. And so I was absent this session while thinking about it, and possibly thinking of how I could bring in a new character. And over this last session, they summoned an old god who went and murdered an entire town. It was just like, ah, yes. What are you gonna do? They apparently jumped into a volcano, like sacrificed someone to bring out this elder god to destroy their threat by just having it destroy the entire town in the process. And so yeah, it's just letting ridiculous stuff happen and see what happens. The game. Alright. Oh, I didn't even grab my damage boost. Ah. Wait, I missed? Ah, I missed. That's fine. I'm taking damage, at least I took it that way. What? Okay, that didn't make sense. And that one also didn't make sense, but in a way I appreciate it. I was spinning when that projectile hit me. Whew. Okay, so they just don't eat those projectiles anymore. Okay, that's what's going on. These just don't eat the projectiles anymore. Alright, so those projectiles are considered too big to be eaten then. Good to know. Makes this boss a lot harder. Like, the whole reason I choose Valkyrie on this boss is because he can eat those projectiles. But apparently the spin doesn't eat those projectiles, which makes this boss so much harder with a Valkyrie. Right, you can't, it's not safe right next to it anymore, so I gotta be careful with that. Whew. Let's see. Once in my game, I had a man made plague running in a village, but totally forgot someone min-maxed his alchemist, so he rolled a 20 on craft alchemy and had a 45. It's really dope, but takes, yeah, no. Every game, like, what was it? It's the joke that when you first play a D&D game, Hey, we're gonna be playing this for 3 hours? And then, when you're experienced D&D player, we're only going to be playing for 5 hours? Like, it's the two opposites of, like, as you play the game more, you never have enough time. Alright. I will say this pizza girl is a lot easier to purchase now that we get 2,000 gold from the, Void Beasts. I know you use, I believe the one you use is called, gosh, Call of Cthulhu, but, yeah, I'm just saying, like, for tabletops in general. My apologies if that gets confusing for you. Alright, so you can block those, but not, you can just break the, icicles with your weapon now. That's pretty nice. Makes that a lot easier. Alright. So I cured the plague with just some wild mushroom I intended to turn into poison. Nice. Turns out the mushroom was part of the cure. It's like when they find the antidote to, like, spider venom within the venom itself. Oof. Alright. Gotta be careful, because obviously that purple mist, it packs a punch. Yeah, so they gave every class a grace 50 HP. And that just makes certain classes that are supposed to be glass cannons, such as this Valkyrie here, into far more potent classes. I BS that logic, but yeah, Tire Village now still owes them a favor. Which, hey man, that's a great way to start story. Definitely, I find that some of those favors, people will never willingly cash in, because it's like, you get one. Ooh, what am I going to spend it on? I can't decide, and they just get choice paralysis eternally. Alright, Lily of the Valley. But yeah, no, it's building connections. The story of that whole town is now a story of the characters, because the characters are connected to that town in a way. Oof. But yeah, no, that's proper Dungeons & Dragons. You say you're a newbie, but you just pulled off, what professional DMs do. You wing it, you go with it, you figure it out as you go. Like, you seem like a well-qualified DM, sir. You seem like a well-qualified Dungeon Master. Ah. Whoa, so I can... Alright. That's good to know, so... I can just flip over if things are going south. I probably could have done that in my previous runs, but I just didn't have the wherewithal. Yeah, definitely could have. Alright, well, we found the far shores. I'm going to leverage my health. So now that we have that teleport, I'm going to leverage my health to try to find a maw. I'm currently having such a blast watching and chatting here. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. That's kind of the hope. To be just a nice, chill place to hang out, have a talk, get it through. Like, that's why I generally say ask me anything. Because if we're just talking about this game, then we limit our options of what awesome things we could talk about. So that's why it's an ask me anything. Because if you have something on your mind, I could probably bounce off of it and do something pretty cool. So, glad you're having a blast, man. Glad you're having a blast. Anyways, in case you're wondering the reason I just exited out, I'm in low enough health that I can get one shot by enemies, and I want to grab this heirloom before that occurs. So, I am just going to purchase this heirloom now. Ooh. Or grab it now, so that if I die, things will get worse. Yeah, it's also kind of... there we are. Yes, no, it was a nice amount of HP. I needed to leave it at that nice amount of HP. That's the actual reason. No, we just exited it because it locks it into save states. So that if something happens, we will always have a nice amount of HP. That is the only reason. It has no actual skill or involvement otherwise. Don't worry. Speaking of which, so I always use that route, which is the fast route. They changed something up here. There's a fall platform there. Yeah, so they made the non-speed routes safer, which I appreciate, because it doesn't actually affect my run at all. And this room they made baby, which, fair. It's the other, this isn't the room I wanted to scare them. I wanted them to fix, but I will accept it. This is the room I'm scared of. And they added another lantern, and they fixed the lanterns, which, really, it's that second one that matters. Wait! Everyone can knock those guys around? Okay! That's new. That makes the Aqua Braces a lot easier to face. Okay. That is no longer a death trap, because now Aqua Braces aren't absurd. And we have actual working meat rooms. Like, oh man. That room is no longer death room. Yeah, so they've made this one a lot easier, and I appreciate it. Like, it's turning these... Oh, and they've given us much more space above our head. I appreciate that, too. Makes this room a lot more comfy. This is no longer us doing a challenge. This is us just chilling and doing the job it's asking us to do. Alright. So, here's a question I'd like to ask you. For parkour masters like me, that never was a challenge. The parkour was never the challenge, sir. It was... There was a room that was a bunch of Aegis shields, and some characters had an issue where their attacks would bounce off of the Aegis shield, no matter what. So you would just, like... Because you were a knight, you could not attack them in a normal way, and you would fight 3 of them at once in an enclosed area. And so there was just like, what do? You get wrecked, and when you're speedrunning, 2 hits kills you. 2 hits kills you in a speedrun, usually. In case you're wondering, they also added a lot more health to every class. They added a plus 50 safety health on every class. And that's new, so... Definitely, that. Yeah, so the plus 50 safety health, plus the nerfing of those enemies, basically, is what's making it so easy, comparatively. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Spin, give me more time. Alright, just a chest. Oh well. So what is your question, oh mighty streamer? My question? Are you alright if I go deep, then? I'm wondering what moral systems everyone has. I know a lot of people do not actually have... Oof. By the way, I'm not too mighty of a streamer. I'm just the dude. I'm just the dude that has the control. I guess I have control of the video. That does make me pretty mighty. There we are. I guess I'd ask you, how's your day? That moral question just gets a little too much. Gets into bad questions that end up having issues. Alright. Chillin'. You know what? Let's ask a nicer question. Do you like RPGs as a video game? I've been... Get out. Thank you, going through wall. Barrier breaking. Valkyrie. There we are. Whew. There you are, Nama. Found you. Thank goodness. Whew. RPGs are amazing, though I tend to more Metroidvanias and roguelikes. Haha, well, would you love this game? Yeah, no, me too. I understand entirely. RPG has to hit me right for me to enjoy it. And now RPGs do. Alright. Can I at least deflect... Okay, so I can deflect those, but I can't deflect the stupid little bones. I know for a fact these don't work anymore. They specifically mention those as the theme we do not deflect anymore. How about these guys? Yeah, alright. Yeah, as for Metroidvanias, one of the games that I'm still bad at, but like bad at in a speedrunner sense, but trying to get better at, is Hollow Knight, in case you're wondering. So, hopefully in the future, as I get better, you'll see speedruns of that game as well. So, hope you end up appreciating that. Woo. Oh, I never got the damage boost on you, buddy. I'm making a bunch of mistakes. I'm not picking up the damage boosts. I also didn't see that. As a general rule for me, a game has to talk to me. If it won't, I simply ignore the game. Yet, I understand the concept for the most part. Alright, yep, this is definitely the strongest one. Magma Mass is good against this boss. Because I can still spin and destroy the fireballs, this is a good class against the boss. All the things. I'm wondering if it's worth locking for the Screw Distillery. Let's see, with a higher... We can now equip that, because of all the levels. Alright. And here's the usual final set. There we are. So the idea is we have just the best wet sword, the best cape, and then the other three are just giving you leather armor mastery. And the point of leather armor mastery is it gives you your weight increase, so you still are treated as heavy, or you can equip all the powerful stuff, basically. Alright. Nothing new here, just the bounty room, which we can't afford. We're going to try this without the mage for now, but there's a very good argument that we should be jumping over to the right and collecting mana upgrades, and that the class works now. By the way, how's our level? We got quite a high level. We got 5 levels on Valkyrie with that. Yeah, no, definitely, we're going to be using the mastery levels, at least for early routing, if not later routing. Alright. Like, I like silly games. I also like games where I can learn tactics. I also like games that have some modular stuff, like Terraria. Yeah. See... Oh, how do I explain it? I definitely... Learning and growing in a game is very important to me, but it has to be, like, this is why I enjoy the speedrun stuff. This is why I enjoy Metroidvanias, but... At the same time, it's like... I find that a lot... Nah, I'm just gonna say it this way. Most people do not know why they like a game. They just know when they like a game. There's... What is it? When talking about, like, building a game, everyone can... A lot of people can bring up skill. They could talk about balance, and stuff like that. But if you want to be good at a game, if you want to be a good designer, you have to be able to talk about feel. And... That's very hard to do. Like, if you can figure out feel, because feel is always the hardest thing to craft into a game, because there's no science to it. It's an art. It is the art. Feel can best be described as the artistry that comes in the game that is best noticed when you don't notice that at all. And that's just always hard to do. You know what? I'm just going to enter these Stygian themes whenever I get the opportunity, because I don't get them often enough, and they're fun. But yeah. Alright. So this boss I actually fought before. So these guys actually chase you. They don't bounce off walls randomly. They always, once they bounce off a wall, they come directly at you. Ah. Just gotta get my positioning right. Something I'm not doing right now. So you can always predict their movements, and if you know what you're doing, you can probably maneuver them around you very effectively. Of course, they are a new boss to me. All these mini-bosses are new bosses to me. So I was not able to do that. Not this time. Ooh. That actually is a good combination, because barbarians... yeah, no one expects the homie bouncies, except the people who built this game. So I'm going to stick to just doing it to the left side for now, and we're going to try the right side later. But the dummy does nothing. Equipment, what do you got for me? No pluses? Or no upgrades? Ooh, upgrade. 600 and 200. Alright, so I could upgrade that later. Awesome. I'm gonna buy the leather weapon, because I know if I upgrade it... Oh, it's still worse, even when upgraded. Never mind. Alright, well, I didn't lose my money, at least. Ooh. There we are. Just got myself some water. Barbarian. So the Barbarian's damage output was reduced by a lot, but kept its health. And you can now dash while letting these guys spin. Which does some... theoretically, some absurd things. Yeah. The fact that the resonant enemies both need kicks, and that they launch you higher in the air, causes resonant enemies to be really hard to fight. They don't feel unfair, per se. Like, at the very least, I don't think they're unfair yet. It's taking me I'm going to need a little while to figure out, but... Oof. Yeah, blue spin deals a bit more damage. So, dash strikes have always done a bit more damage, but they had no good way to show you to say that that does. And so the blue spin was their way of showing that this is considered dash strike and therefore deals more damage. Alright. Which is cool. It's distinct from the other things. Oof. Yeah. Do not want a bow. Sorry, sir. Thank you for the offer. Bow's gonna cause me to scream. Alright. So yeah, the numbers, when I first got it in the last one, it was bugged, so it was giving me really low numbers, like 0.01%. I'm like, why would I take this? 7.5% is a number. I have to kill with a crit, which means there are relics that force you to want to use focus or dexterity, which is pretty awesome. I also learned the dash hit damage bonus from the dummy when I played, I think, Valkyrie or Duelist. Yeah. That's the point of the dummy. Learn the mechanics that you didn't understand further or previously. Oof. Alright. Let's gain some money, I guess. You know what? This is fun. Alright. Soul Steel. Hey, intelligence based. Nice. You know, I kind of like the idea of the intelligence stat being more defensive, like having soul steal runes and like meat drop increases being tied to it. Like with vampirism being vitality, I like strength just being like the monster of damage and consistency, where intelligence is the more nuanced, interesting play and survivability for it. I like that idea. Oh, he just flat out says it if you play one of them. Oh, that's good to know. That is good to know. Yep. Best way to teach a new mechanic, say it flat out. Lady Quinn is a character built to say it flat out. Things that that aren't easy to get across. Ah. I need to use my magic more. Oh well. This is going to reduce my resolve below 100, so I'm not so sure about it. That being said, if there's any two worth grabbing, it's rated handle, and it's the freaking bone. They've definitely increased how much meat appears. Yeah. This is going to reduce my max health, and it's going to give me a means to increase my max health. So, I'm going to go with that. All I need to do is find meat now. I see two wargs charging me from above. I don't wish to deal with said wargs. Alright. What happens when you lose all resolve? Do you die or do you get down to 1 HP? So remember how I was talking about... So, every character now has a plus 50 grace HP on top of their natural HP due to vitality. What happens is if you have 0 resolve, you have precisely 50 HP. You have only your grace HP. And it cannot get higher by any means. So, if you have 0... So people have them with, like, negative resolves. Like, people have had negative resolve before. And they're not dead. What happens is it just locks you at 50 health. It can't go higher. Even grabbing... Once you do that, even grabbing apples that increase your max health and stuff do not increase your max health. Just, your max health is now set at 50 HP once it's 0, and you can keep bringing it as low as you want below 0 without penalty. Even if you thought you couldn't afford it. So technically dead because of grace HP 50. Yep. Alright. That's okay. That's okay. We're alive. Alright. Where to come back? Alright. Whoop. Learning so much. Yeah, no, I've been learning this, so I just pay attention to the Discord. So a lot of this I learned by listening to other people who know what they're talking about. I am just kind of someone who I'm listening, and then I just, when you guys ask, I tell you. Didn't get max health increase because it has to be at full health, and I was 2 off. Ooh. Oh my god. Alright, found a mob, but we're really low on health, and I don't appreciate it. Oh well. +1 Scholar Cape, that's worth upgrading. Ooh. Alright. This is where I activate the fire, and I just let this run through, basically. We have Masochism, so it only heals back when I take damage, so I might as well just spend it whenever I can. Oh my gosh, I didn't get the damage boost again. I'm literally just forgetting the damage boost. Like, I use that in every one of my runs. Except for these ones, apparently. Ooh. Yep. I think Beyblade is a good description of what this is. Oh, yeah. So every time I take damage, note that I'm already at full mana again. Oof. Come on. There you are. I just realized I didn't have my dash at all. There we are. So as far as I know, they haven't fixed the theme where damage no longer occurs when you beat the boss. You know what? I'll just test it right now after I... Let's just test it. Nope. Still take damage. Alright. Well, we have another estuary taken care of. So one of the things that I think is going to be weird is that the second estuary is so far to the right, where the third estuary is just directly above you. I think that's one theme that people are going to get wrong, and it's going to get a lot of people killed in this game. I'm not so sure about that. Like, I'll have to just wait for the newer players that pick up the game now because of this new update. But I think a lot of people are going to die because they went to the Stygian Hollow thinking that's the second area, when it's actually the fourth. And they're just going to be like, man, the game difficulty just spikes all of a sudden. Oh, the enemies have levels for a reason. That is a good point. That is a good point. That should hopefully prevent people when they're like, hey, we just went from level 12 to level 60. I have a feeling something went wrong. If I had a way to more consistently get meat, I would pick that up. Also, if I had higher resolve. I just realized that it costs resolve, and yeah. Oh. Alright, so there's a path up. I should be taking that, but I'm just like collecting all the gold along the way because I can. Alright. Fair enough. It was middle, right, up, then down. It just kind of feels weird when the path right has that extra bridge that you have to go through, but the path up is just right there. Makes it almost more... makes like the fourth area more accessible than the second. Which... I don't know, that feels a little weird. I would like, basically, if this study or whatever, this next area, had an additional bridging area of some sort. Like, maybe they had the Arcane study like they used to have, and then it bridges into the Stygian one. I have no idea. Oh yeah, by the way, how much do you cost? 1,500? 1,500 is a lot of upgrades. That's a mimic. There we are. So yeah, mimics don't give you any money, and I think the reason they don't give you any money is because you can avoid them so effortlessly. You just need to identify that they're a mimic, and congratulations, you've effectively avoided them already. And that's a Doom vase. That's a mimic. Trigger the Doom vase. There we are. I guess they drop Fool's Gold. Works. That poison to leave. Get ourselves some money. That would be great if it didn't cost my resolve. Alright. Got the heirloom. There we are. Deep breaths. Keep moving. Last heirloom. Oh, and I mean meat lanterns are gonna be of value because I have the... As long as I don't take damage. Yeah, as long as I don't take damage, any meat lanterns I find are going to help trigger my Nod Bone. Whoop. Yeah, so like that, if I could just get that, it will give me plus 10% max health. Look at that, plus 21 max HP. Here's the second one. Plus 21. Confirm. Attack. Neither of them shot their projectile. It's kind of funny. Ah, I forgot a double jump. Oh my gosh. Taking a lot more damage than I need to right there. It's so weird how they just end that fight once you get one killed. Well, there's the 3, and that maxes out. So we're at 320, which... not as much as I needed. First I was confused how they get the heirloom. Then I was like, wait, I have a dash. Oh, because of the water. Yeah, so it's like... I understand what you're saying now. Alright. Alright, let's move. Palace of the Void. Alright. And we have access to the mini-boss already, so let's go kick his butt. There's no teleport in this room. Huh. Interesting. So it's actually faster to return to main menu. Wow. Interesting. There's no teleport in that room. I wonder if that's intentional. Also, here's the thing. Stuggy is like routed before Kerguelen Plateau. If you go look at the Sun Tower is always the last spot. And it ends up being the spot that this estuary tells you is where the estuary, one of the estuaries are. That obviously has to be after him. So, also like the armor change. Yeah, previous armor was basically a joke. There were several issues. They admitted to the issues, but didn't know how to fix it. Someone in the Discord, I think, gave the suggestion of what we have today. By the way, there's random chests in here that are hidden from the map. Did I just not take damage as I stepped in the vines? I think I just got lucky with iframes. Alright. Yeah, useless was a good phrasing for it, honestly. Hate to say it, but it was true. That's true. Let's do it safely. Man, yeah, there's definitely more meat drops now, compared to the previous patches. Oh, more equipment. Ammonite cape. Awesome. Whoop. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear that bird outside my window? Quite the sound. Quite shocking. I thought like I triggered something strange in the game because it just seems so ridiculous of a sound. Yep. No idea what kind of bird that is, but that was definitely outside of my window. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Whatever. Alright. We now need to go left, or we need to go up and to the right. I like left. Wait, I destroyed the book, but not the... That's cool. That was cool. Weird bird, but good bird. Yep. I mean, the bird's not attacking my window and breaking into the house or anything like that, so... How bad can the bird really be? Can't believe I didn't die right there. Or even take damage. Expected to do at least one of those two. Alright. Quick, there's a robbery! Glad that didn't happen. I don't know, I've had birds run at my windowsill pretty hard, so, like, honestly appreciate not having that happen. Alright, so we found the boss. That's very nice. The one spot I was standing. I mean, now it's still doing stuff with, like, our trash can. So maybe that bird's not as good as I thought it was. At least it's not robbing us. Whoop. Whoop. That was a bit more dangerous than I wanted it to be. Oh, really fast. This seems only to be guarded by you I don't care about, and a Mimic, which doesn't care about me as long as I don't touch it. Missed the shot just by a bit. Punished for it. Alright, let's see if I can do this with this lowered amount of health. Woo! Ooh. Huh, a metal mimic. Yes, so the mimics are of each different... The higher level mimics disguise themselves as the higher level chests. So, that was a great introduction. Very fair, by the way. Good job. I'm obviously repaying the favor in kind with this. Oh well. We found the Gone Heads. Gosh, what a life, man. What a life. This guy knows how to live. Alright, let's go Fireball Thrown Valkyrie going into this job. Gone Heads. Yep. Freaking Gone Heads. Alright. So let's upgrade the leather chest. Let's upgrade the Scholar Cape. There we are. Those are two very much appreciated upgrades. Alright, so we can unlock the Duelist, but I'm not going to be grabbing this stuff afterwards, so... Hey, we can buy this upgrade now. Hopefully that's the correct way to be locking things. And sir, yeah, it's good that you speak with your others. We have a lot of wisdom to teach, a lot of stories to tell. Brought you introduce myself. My name is Old Man. I'm defining characteristics as being old. I shall call you child. For your defining characteristic is you have no personality. Ah, just like most main characters. No personality. That's good to know. So this is an anime then. Specifically an isekai. That's good to know. But I can fix that. Oh, okay. I can help you find that personality you so desperately need. See this anchor? I can use it to lock the game down, keep it from changing. Now you can search corners you never search and fight monsters you failed to conquer. You can become a hero to tell your own stories. Of course, if you use my anchor, there's an old man's finder fee. Why not free, you ask? Because I'm an old man, not a dumb man, not a generous man. Alright, let's lock the world. I mean, I'm a speedrunner. I'm theoretically overpowered. I'm going through this entire castle on my own. But yeah, no. My whole job is to be just a blank slate that people can just impressionize their own faces onto. So... So, maybe it's not an isekai. Maybe it's not the perfect isekai. But it has isekai-esque elements. You cannot deny that. So by the way, just note, we're basically maxing out our character at around level 26. The new characters can only be played once you've reached level 36. So unfortunately, it looks like the Assassin and the Gunslinger will not make it into the speedrun. I hate to tell you that. But unless we just suddenly get influxes of gold, or they reduce the costs, like, it'd be hard enough to get the Duelist in there. Oh. Which one do I want to kill first? Whichever comes to me first, I guess. The correct answer is actually to just kill one at a time, but... Alright. You have less health. Therefore, you're the target. Ah. There's one. Alright. Usually with these bosses, killing one basically trivializes the other. Usually. Cannot guarantee that, but it sure as heck try. There we are. Oof. Alright, well at least I killed Gonehead. There we are. So we can enter the boss if we'd like, or we can go get the damage boost. I think with the lowered health is more preferable that we go get the damage boost. Alright, so the damage boost is close to the throne room though. Alright. A lot more dangerous of a room than I expected to just be the random room this side. Meat, food, wonderful food. Oh, this room. Always easy. Oh, but it's tied to a room that's not easy. It's not always easy, at the very least. Gosh, I hate... My least favorite enemy to face is always whichever enemy ends up being their variation of the dagger guy. Well, then actually, the hammer's been pretty rough as well recently. That's a Doomvest. I don't even want to trigger it. Gosh darn it. Yeah. So I feel like the trick here is just to mitigate your attacks to make sure you don't trigger needless Doomvests or other things. So I figured out just hitting interact, no matter where you are, switches those two out. I had no idea. Snail is stuck, yes. It's the same thing as when the nightmare horses were stuck in the previous game. Ooh. Alright. Alright, so we have our 15% damage boost. We have enough money. Maybe not all the money, but enough. Now we face this boss. And there's something about this boss that everyone else has figured out and I haven't, I feel. Because everyone says this boss is super easy, but I have issues from time to time. Alright. Are you kidding me? Gotta get out. It might just be by class that they are using better classes for this boss, and I'm limited in my classes. Like, I can't, you know, I can't be the new classes, obviously. Maybe I'm figuring it out right now as I'm talking about it. Because this is definitely going better than usual. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I mean, Archer could be really good here as well, but aiming is for nerds. Yeah, also people that have different control schemes. Alright. Super IBS or panic attacks. Yeah, we're gonna go with IBS over the panic attacks. I fart in your general direction. Alright. Let's see how this is working. We're gonna wait for that to fill up. Not sure if that matters, but we're gonna not risk it. So I believe that freezes, burns, and poisons. And because the poison and burn both deal damage, the freeze doesn't last long, but pretty awesome. So yeah, we are now level 28, going for the boss, going for the final boss in the run. Ugh. Just realized I have IBS, so I can use that more. Alright, come on. Game, just trying to be defensive. Still haven't mastered this boss. Don't want things to go wrong. Can't deflect projectiles. Oh. Ah, right. Yeah, all these different colored projectiles, and by the color you can tell whether you can dash through or whether you have to hit normally or... I don't know. Like, they have all the colors taken care of. It's just, sometimes it's not obvious what colors are which. Come on. Wait for that to go off. Alright. Awesome. Alright. Oh, the game even tells you that this boss is not the real estuary. Yep, it's prey. Unfortunately, they spoil the surprise. Oh. Ah, I'm like, he can freeze, so I'm like, it doesn't really, I'll be safe, but I forgot to account that it deals damage as well. But yeah, it's just like, this is a long fight with very few attacks, and if I make a mistake, I can very easily kill me. Alright, I'm just gonna play it safe. Play it stupidly safe. Playing it stupidly safe to make sure nothing goes stupidly wrong. There we are. Whew. To be fair, no one would guess a Mega Mimic as the true form. I think someone would, but not many. Wait, I only got 8. Oh, because I have all the money costs. Alright. So, it looks like this is the end. Usually they give me a time frame, but that did not appear. I have one guess of where the secret boss could be. I have one guess. 2, technically, but the second one, apparently, I'm just wrong in because they blocked off that area. But... so, if you read his stories, he says that only him and Lamech knew the true form of the Lamech study, and that's why it always remained its constant room that no one else knew. Both him and Lamech are dead now. So does that mean that the Stygians, his secret study, could change? Yeah, Sun Tower was the other option, but they locked that off. But we know that the cellar is still in development, so unfortunately, I'll check real fast, but it's not here. Not yet. Not yet. Thank you for the teleport, ma'am. All right. All right. So the other thing, where you get Lamech's damage boost. They said that they know what it is, and with them both dead, it might actually change. Alright. There's several rooms in here. It could be in any of them. Scribbles, lines, and question marks cover the page. Nothing intelligible. I mean, I guess. Dude, I wonder... The rule was if you know what it is, it won't change, correct? Exactly. So the idea is I never enter this area, and so it can change. So, I'm like wondering if because no one who knows this area is alive, if it can change then. So we get Lamech's memory. Nope, not that way. Maybe new air without the architect? That's a good idea. That is an idea. I also have this stupid idea. Alpha Stream made a hilarious joke about a mini-boss being here if you hit these guys in a certain route. That would be really funny, but if they actually implemented that, but I highly doubt it. I gotta go look at his little meme picture again, but that would be freaking hilarious. But until then, we're gonna head over to the Sun Tower, look, see if that side opened up. Whoop. Alright. So I am gonna try to check the Sun Tower, and then I'll switch out. I can use this. Thank you for the soup. Stew. Nom. 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 Oof. Appreciate it, sir. Oh. Thank you for the meats. Alright. Fart turns into soup. No comments. We just learned how to make use of our resources, let us say. But yeah, I should note, this run ends at level 28. If this run ends at 28, that means that not only is assassin, like the later classes, basically impossible to reach. Just has issues. You know, it's weird that the architect has a thing to stop changes even though it's a major problem in the kingdom. Oh, yeah, like why wasn't he here already? Like, why did we have to be the ones to go hire him? How does he have a solution to a problem that like so many people have as an issue? Or like that this kingdom has had as an issue? Was he part of this kingdom? He is old. He is a very old man. Like he tells us constantly. Questions, questions. Turns out the architect is like one of the estuaries or like a secret final boss. You can only face him if you never use the architect to lock down the castle. That would suck. There we are. This suggests that his shrine gives the rooms memories. Oh, like he knows what the rooms are? Huh. Interesting. Like, yeah, the architect remembers what the rooms are, and then he just decides, as long as he doesn't forget them. And defines it for what it is. Because that's the thing, if multiple people have conflicting descriptions of a room, then it becomes a mismatch of the two. So it's not just that two people need to know what the room is, they need to agree what the room is. So, because both of the people know what the room is. Huh. So let's see if this thing has opened up. Nope. No openings. And if I pop this open? Under construction. Nope. No special ending, guys. Mission failed. We'll get it next time. But yeah, they need to add that timer finisher once you've taken out the bosses. Whoop. Get that damage boost. Yeah, we're just gonna grab all the damage boosts real fast. Make sure we've 100%ed the game by their minds. Oh, I have to drink this just so I can get the means to use the spell to pop it open. Funny. Alright. Gonna be a little while digging through here. Or not. That was smart. Wait, they did the name versus Axis Mundi boss. That's... Huh. Oh, no mana. I was wondering. Why are they not jumping? Why are you locked to the ground, sir? Alright, so the spawning causes... There's issues happening in this room. There are serious issues happening in this room. The way in which these enemies disappear... There we are. That probably ends the fight. No, I just literally entered here because I'm kind of like grinding the castle right now. Get myself some monies. Ugh. And also, it's fun. Honestly, I did that because it was fun. Also, we found some weird bugs with rooms that have that challenge. But yeah, I think you're right. I like how they have a different animation. Just enough to decide to hang up their boots. They did a lot. No, it's nowhere. I do not think it's an Axis Mundi. Bib muscle fibers. Yeah. Let's go with that. Let's unlock the castle. What's our affordable item, sir? You have quite a few. What about you? I appreciate it. I never had Lifesteal Room equipped? Oh. I'm like, why is he... Because this got... I never bought the... Unlocked castle. But yeah, let's check that room. Now that it's unlocked, now that both of the bosses are dead, Does the room change? Does the room change? Because if it doesn't, then we're done. I don't think there's any secret bosses. I wouldn't know where to check for them at the very least. Because, yeah. I really want a stat screen. That stat screen would be how we declare what our time is. Because without that, we're just kind of done when we're done. Which feels really weird. Just like not having an in-game time to deal with. Alright. Pray? Secret boss, giant picture frame, like from the first game. Stalos, I believe, is the name of the boss. Yeah, I don't think... I'll ask Alpha Stream if he's seen the actual final boss. But yeah, no. Even though this place is no longer has anyone alive who knows what it looks like. Ow. Thank you, meat. Sad. Yep, sad pandas. I think this is it. Which means nothing more to the run. Which means we just kind of end when it ends, which is sad. Not like this, man. Well, let's just kill some baddies. I'm like, if he doesn't move, then I think I found a new trick to face this boss. Yeah. This chest needs to carry, like old mini-bosses used to carry, blueprints. This chest needs to carry blueprints. At least until you get all the blueprints, it shouldn't start giving you iron. Oh, just Blightborn. Hmm? I don't know what you're referring to with Blightborn. Don't get hit. There we go. Now we just get out before we die. Alright. Nothing new with the Sun Tower. The mini-boss is Blightborn. Legit the easiest, in my opinion. No secret entrances. This is it. This is the end of the life. The end of the run. You just kill the fight. You just kill that boss. And that's it. Pizza Palace kept steady with the pizza girl. Thank you, high jumps. This always carries story stuff, so... Alright. You know, the gold quest chest room is actually quite a big room. I'd say check out what's on top if it wasn't impossible. The gold chest room. Oh, you're talking about when I enter that area. I understand what you're saying. Unfortunately, I think that's it. I think these speedruns are pretty short then. And they end at level 28. Huh. Alright. Well, we'll start doing some real speedruns another day. Anyways, I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. Thank you everyone so much for watching. And I hope you have a wonderful day. So, I'm thinking with how much I spend time streaming versus how much I spend time actually improving the quality of the stream, I need to change my organization, basically. So I'm just gonna say this now. I think next week I might end up taking that week off as a way to focus on trying to make the stream more approachable. Add more tabs at the bottom, just make it cleaner, make it easier to approach, stuff like that. I'm also planning to start multi-streaming to YouTube, still need to figure that out. So, I'm still gonna be streaming, and I might not stream as much next week. Probably get it all set up and ready. Whatever that case, I'll figure it out. We'll keep on moving. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.